Yo, what's up, guys? This is actually my favorite pair. This is my top one pair. This is like the god of. This is the pair, guys. This is everything right here. It moves. It respects price action. It's always on time. So now let me stop hyping it. So I just decided to do a video on this one because I feel like it's easy to tackle. It's easy to deal with. It's just easy and it's just so easy to work with it. So now USD Swiss franc, right? So what's the history? I would say most of the time, if you want to know the inside of it without looking at short fundamentals like the events that happen daily, you know, the background, the best part, the best fundamental part of it is just that 25% of uh Swiss franc money or reserves is backed by gold, right? So, and we know that gold is, so whenever gold goes up, the Swiss franc goes down. So it's just vice versa. That's the best part, right? And you have to check if you analyze this one and you see that it's either on a trend. Just go and check gold. You find that gold it's either in an opposite trend. So now let's just or we can just check it. Let me try to check it here. You can see that we are still in a downtrend, right? Let's check gold. But then let me just go there. Since 2021 March 31, we have been in a downtrend, right? I want you to see something. Since March 2021, a downtrend started right here, right? So let's go and check gold. We will find that it is the opposite. Why? Because it's just how it correlates. It's the opposite. So boom, gold right there, March 31st. What's happening? Bullish. The opposite of Swiss franc. So this is the best key. This is the first lesson. So let me just do this for the now. I'll see it later. So now let's go and analyze that one. So that's the first thing, right? And okay, let's go and analyze the Swiss franc, the USD Swiss franc. This is just some piece of information everybody should know. We start with our top there. Bang, right? We mark sensitive levels, psychological levels right there. Now let's move down with it. We've seen the bigger levels now. So it's time to go down with it. So, and actually, if you can check here, you can see that price came here and went up, right? And now the same thing, the opposite thing is happening this side. So we're expecting it to reach that level, which is 87,816, 0.87816, right? So, however, we are going to have some corrections, impulse move corrections on the way, which is something you have to take into consideration. So that's the second thing, right? So the third thing, the third thing to riding, let's say you want to ride the trend, right? Riding the trend, you have to wait for a break, a pullback, a break, a pullback, so that you can ride it. So now we can see that here. Let's see if it works. That's the best way to ride a trend. You wait for the perfect pullback and you enter. Then you wait for a break, pullback, and you enter. So I would like to start at the top right here. So at the top right here, we can see that we were having this top right there, right? So now at that top, at that level, we had this level of support here, right? And previously we had this level again of support there. So now we can see that after this drastic move downward, a pullback happened, which is the best way to enter. You enter on the pullback, guys. You enter on the pullback. This is where you are supposed to catch it. This is where you are supposed to catch it. Then you place your stop loss above here. This is how you were supposed to catch it. Then your TP could be, make sure your TP is at the previous support resistance, aligned with the previous support level of support or resistance. Now, the first one will be here, aligning it with this one, with this level here, right? Aligning with these levels, that side, these levels. And with that being said, we saw that what happened, it actually broke this level here, this level here, which is aligned with the previous levels of resistance. And what happened? A pullback happened, right? And you catch it again. Like you're riding the trend. When you ride the trend, you have to catch it again. So you catch it again, then you place a stop somewhere here. So now, let's say you are riding the current position, the positions you enter. So now we are having another levels of support there. Fine. So now, after entering, remember you have to hold. Just enter, set your target, and hold it. No matter what, let it do its thing. Don't tamper with it. Do not tamper with it and try to lose it. Just let it run until your profit target. If it doesn't go there, take your L. As long as you followed your rules, doesn't make you a bad person or a bad trader. So now you can see that right here, from here to here, now we are having this level of let me minimize it. From this, that was our biggest level of support there. Because as I remember well, many people predicted that it will actually change direction, come for this top here, making a head and shoulder pattern, which is something that never happened, right? Right. So, and if you can check, if you can look at it, just because you saw that there's a possibility of a head and shoulder, it doesn't mean it was supposed to turn. There were 50-50 chances of it turning and going down, right? And doesn't make you a bad person if it went down and you lost there. It was because the chances, the probabilities are equal there. So now, looking at that structure then, we can see we had, so at this point now, I assume you'll be out, right? Because that's the target. This is the target here. And it actually confirms that it's no longer going up. It comes down here, right? So creating the first level of, your job is just to mark the first level, the level of support below that level. So what happened? Break pull back. That's where you end. You are riding it, then you ride it again. Then it broke out of this level here. You expect you take your things here or somewhere around here, then another pullback there. Then you set your target, you enter again, and you can see that we even had a double top there. And actually, it was playing with people's feelings right here because it did not move faster than before. It was actually trying to manipulate the orders. So you can see that it came down again, created a support there here. So now on this support, it played a bit, made a double bottom there. The double bottom happened here. However, the goal is that you entered here. The goal is that you entered here, right? And entering there, your target should be based on the previous support resistance level, which is here, which is right there, which is if you entered here, you expect it to come here, right? So which is, it makes sense because you set your target based on the previous levels of support or sensitive levels. So now you would hold it because that's how you have to do it. And let's say you enter here and it comes again and you already moved the stop loss into break even and you see it come again here, creating a double top. I suppose you have to enter again and seeing it fail 3 times, coming again, confirming that position of, confirming your direction. You have to anticipate it again. So, because you're following the rules, you're not breaking any of your rules. You are riding the trend. So now, after riding the trend here, you can see that it broke this and made a little retest there, which is not quite visible, but you can catch it if you are quick. So up to this level, your target. So now we can see it was an impulse move, right? So we had a correction here under this trend. And I wouldn't expect anybody riding the trend to catch this one. You can only catch this one. You have chances of catching this one here. You can catch it. Let's see. You have chances of catching it somewhere here. So now we saw that it was impulsive move, correction, and impulsive move again, which the same thing keeps repeating. It's actually the same thing. Break, pull back, right there, level of support, change into resistance, down again, right? Downward to the target, boom, which is based on the previous level of resistance, this level here. So with that being said, look now, look what we had now. Look what we had now. Let's see, let's extend it, this yellow block here. See what happened. Came again. Came again. Went for that block again. And now we are into a downtrend again. So the same thing keeps happening. It keeps repeating the same thing. Break, pull back, which is something that happens with the other instrument. So yeah, with that being said, hope it makes sense.